The twin suns of Virelia burned low in the pale purple sky, casting long, jagged shadows across the arena of echoes. Thousands of alien spectators filled the colossal stands, their bodies shimmering with vibrant scales, fur, or metal. The air buzzed with excitement and the palpable tension of impending combat. At the center of it all stood Princess Kayla's Tharn, heir to the Crimson Throne of Virelia and undefeated champion of the 10 warlord houses. Clad in living armor that glistened with shifting hues, she was a vision of deadly grace. Her emerald eyes cold, her obsidian hair braided with threads of molten silver. Today she would defend more than her honor. She would defend the fate of her kingdom. Facing her across the arena was the human challenger, a man named Commander Elias Drake, the first Terran ever to set foot on Virelia's sacred soil as an equal, not a conqueror. Slim but wiry. His battlesuit was plain compared to Kayla's living armor. His expression was one of grim determination. He wasn't here for gold or glory. He was here for survival and perhaps something far greater. The arena warden, a towering creature of stone and mist, raised its staff high. Its voice rumbled across the stadium. By ancient law and royal decree, the warrior princess of Virelia wagers her kingdom. Should she fall, the throne passes to the victor. Let the duel begin. The crowd erupted into a cacophony of cheers, growls, and alien war cries. Kayla drew her twin plasma blades. Elias tightened his grip on his kinetic staff. The battle for a kingdom, and the collision of 2 worlds, had begun. Chapter 1, Terms of War. The challenge had not come lightly. 3 cycles ago, the Terran Expeditionary Fleet had arrived in Virelian space, seeking an alliance, or so the diplomats claimed. The Virelians, a proud and ancient race of warrior monarchs, scoffed at the notion of peace without proof of worth. Princess Kayla had decreed a trial of sovereignty, a one-on-one battle. Should a Terran defeat her, they would be given rights to negotiate as equals. Should they fail, they would leave Virelian space forever, or be enslaved as ancient law demanded. Many had balked at the challenge. Elias Drake had not. He was no ordinary soldier. A former commander of Earth's Special Forces. He had spent decades fighting in brutal interplanetary conflicts. When his superiors hesitated, Elias volunteered, knowing full well the weight of his choice. In secret, Kayla had admired his courage. In private, she had vowed to destroy him utterly. But neither could predict how the battle would truly unfold. Chapter 2, Clash of Titans. Kayla attacked first. She moved like liquid fire, plasma blades spinning and slashing in a blur of impossible speed. Elias barely managed to block her strikes, his staff vibrating with the force of her blows. Every instinct screamed at him to fall back, to find an opening to survive. But Elias knew the only way to win was forward. He ducked under a wide slash, rolled to the side, and jabbed at Kayla's exposed flank. She twisted impossibly, catching the end of his staff with her wrist guard and flipping him onto his back. The crowd roared. Kayla pointed a blade at him, a smirk playing across her lips. "Is this the best humanity offers?" she taunted, her voice amplified across the arena. Elias grinned back, blood leaking from the corner of his mouth. "Just warming up, princess." With a grunt, he sprang to his feet and unleashed a flurry of strikes, pressing the attack. Kayla parried easily at first, but slowly a frown creased her brow. This human fought differently than any opponent she had faced. He didn't rely on brute strength or flashy techniques. He adapted, shifted tactics with every second. He was reading her, and he was learning fast. Chapter 3, Heart of the Warrior. As the battle raged, time seemed to blur. Minutes turned into hours, or so it felt. Sweat streamed from Elias's forehead inside his suit. Kayla's breathing grew heavier, her strikes a fraction slower. The spectators could feel it too. The energy of the fight shifting, changing. Kayla unleashed a devastating assault, battering Elias's defenses. He stumbled back, his kinetic field sputtering. With a roar, she leapt high into the air, plasma blades ready to deliver the killing blow. But Elias was ready. At the last second, he dropped his staff, caught her wrists mid-strike, and used her momentum against her, flipping her hard onto the arena floor. The audience gasped. Kayla lay stunned for a heartbeat. Just a heartbeat, but it was enough. Elias snatched up his staff and pointed it at her throat. Silence fell over the arena of echoes. The warden's voice rumbled. "Yield, princess. The battle is lost." But Kayla's eyes, fierce and defiant, met Elias's. Slowly, painfully, she rose to her knees and dropped her blades. "I yield," she said, voice thick with pride and something else, something like respect. Chapter 4, Aftermath. The sun was setting, casting golden fire across the blood-stained arena floor. Elias stood awkwardly at the center, surrounded by kneeling Verilian nobles. By tradition, they were swearing fealty, not to him but to the honor he had earned. Kayla approached, her armor cracked but her spirit unbroken. She extended a hand, an ancient gesture of alliance among her people. "You have fought with courage, skill, and honor, Elias Drake of Earth. You have won the right to negotiate not as a subject, but as an equal. You have won the right to be heard." Elias clasped her hand firmly. "Then let's make sure this victory isn't just for me, but for both our worlds." A slow smile curved Kayla's lips. The crowd erupted in cheers, a sound that seemed to shake the very bones of the planet. Chapter 5. The Hidden Cost. But victories, even honorable ones, came with a price. That night, as the twin moons rose over the capital spires, Kayla sat alone in the royal gardens, staring out across the city she had nearly lost. A shadow moved at the edge of the gardens. Elias. He approached silently, carrying 2 crystal goblets filled with Verilian star wine. "Figured you could use a drink," he said. She accepted the goblet wordlessly, sipping the rich, electric liquid. For a long time they sat in silence, 2 warriors bound by something deeper than rivalry. Finally Kayla spoke. "You do not yet realize what you have done," she said quietly. "The warlord houses will not accept this defeat easily. They will plot, they will whisper. To them you are an outsider. And to me now a traitor to tradition." Elias shrugged. "Let them whisper. You and I have already changed the game." She turned to look at him, studying the hard lines of his face, the eyes that had seen too much death, too much war. "Will you stand with me, Elias Drake, when the next battle comes?" Without hesitation, he answered. "To the end." A fierce light gleamed in her eyes, part challenge, part something else. "Then rise, Knight of Verilia. You will need a title before the wars to come." Chapter 6. Kingdom Reforged. Under the alien stars of Verilia, a new alliance was born. Elias became the first human ever inducted into the Royal Guard, an advisor and protector to the crown, and to Princess Kayla herself. Together they faced down the rebellious warlord houses, shattered centuries-old prejudices, and forged a new age of cooperation between Earth and Verilia. Their bond, born in blood and fire, would become legend. And though many battles awaited them, both within and beyond the stars, they faced them not as enemies, nor even as simple allies.